Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of Morning Tea. This is not tea, this is lunchtime. I don't know what time it is. It's like, it must be around noon. I'm gonna try to show this to you. I'm having tilapia and I'm having some salad, some like kale salads mix situation with cucumbers. I'm gonna try not to eat on camera because I actually have a friend who has a thing where she gets angry at people. She doesn't like to hear chewing. And I'm also having water. Okay, so the first thing that's really sad that's happening is Tamir Rice, the city of Cleveland, Ohio, has decided that it's not their fault that Tamir Rice was shot dead, that he aided in his killing. It's his fault. Because it wasn't. He got shot within 2 seconds of being approached by the police. For those of you who don't know, Tamir Rice is a 12-year-old boy in Cleveland, Ohio, who was playing with a gun, a pellet gun, in a park, and somebody called the police, and the police showed up and just killed him dead. 2 seconds. Pulled up on him, rolled up on him like they were gangsters in a drive-by, and shot him. Got out of the car and shot him. Didn't give him a chance to do anything, just killed him. Now the city of Cleveland is saying that he put himself in harm's way. He put himself in harm's way by being black and having a gun, is basically what happened. And it sucks. It sucks so bad because the city can't even acknowledge any wrongdoing because of legal reasons. And if they do, then they will leave themselves susceptible. I mean, obviously they're going to pay this boy's family some money. Like, obviously it's going to settle out of court. Like, there's no way they're just going to be like, we didn't do anything wrong. Boop, boop, boop. But it's justice, not on a national level, and that's what we need. We need to see cities and people owning up to the fact that there's a problem with the police killing black males. And you can say whatever you want to say, that the person was scared or the police officer, whatever. The thing is though, you're a police officer. You signed up for this line of work. You need to be extra human when you're at this job. You need to make better decisions, and you need to decide not to kill someone because they have a gun and you don't even know the facts. Like you can't just take a life because of whatever. Like, if you felt threatened, why did you roll up on him? Why didn't you stay 20 yards back and yell from your car or your bullhorn or whatever the thing is to put the weapon down for the little kid? Like, you didn't even know. And there's studies showing that, like, white people legitimately can't tell how old a black kid is. Like, they'll see a young black boy and automatically assume he's older than what he is. Even if he's 7, they'll be like, oh, he's 10. Like, he's 12, son. Like, if he were a 12-year-old white kid, he wouldn't have got shot like that. There would have been some warning. They just wouldn't have rolled up on him and shot him. It's really such a sad, sad situation. It's just so terrible. So terrible. So another thing that's happening in the world, Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, was invited to speak to Congress by Speaker of the House, John Boehner. So no one talked to the White House about this. The amount of disrespect that the Republican Party has for the President of the United States is astronomical. I don't think that and I know there was a lot of disrespect that happened to Bush, but I really don't think that there's been as much disrespect that's happened to Bush as happened to Obama. Partly because Bush was a wartime president and people have a harder time, or people have a certain respect for wartime presidents, that they don't have for non-wartime presidents. But I mean, God, like, it's unprecedented. It's so disrespectful. And it's like, there's a couple of things happening. So people are speculating, the Democrats, the liberals, the news and media that I watch, they're speculating that the reason why Benjamin did something so disrespectful was because he's also in his country running for office. And if it makes it seem like he's coming over here, like going behind Obama's back, that he's strong or that he's a tough guy, he's coming over here to the superpower, going behind the White House back, talking to Congress, making a speech about why we should go after Iran, why we should not believe when Iran says that they're not going to build nuclear weapons, that we need to keep a close eye on them and not negotiate, F the sanctions and all that jazz. Like, that's not going to stop Iran from attaining uranium, which is attaining this chemical necessary to build a weapon of mass destruction, a bomb. And so they're really trying to keep it out of the hands of Iran because they don't trust Iran. They're just worried. And I get why Israel would be worried because they are there and the United States is not there. And Obama's like, you know, we need to tread carefully. We need to have conversations with Iran. We need to talk to them and invite them to the table, as opposed to not inviting them to the table and making decisions about their country and what the sanctions that we, other superpowers in the world, are going to put on their country. And I agree, even though I do agree that, you know, Iran, it's a situation, like, we need to be on this situation, but I feel like the reason why we had World War II is because the rest of the world after World War I decided that Germany should be stripped of all their military, all their power, then made them sign this treaty and was like, look, you guys aren't going to build up your military, you guys aren't going to do anything, just chill. And that led to a lot of civil unrest, especially with the youth, like, feeling like they got castrated, and then it allowed crazies like Hitler and all the people who were for his movement to rise to power and to garner a lot of support because other countries were pushing down Germany. And then we have World War II. So, like, do we really want to push Iran to the point where they're going to have this bubbling anger and build this stuff anyway and then bomb and start a war in 10 years? Do we really want to do that? Or do we just want to stomp them out in the beginning? And it's like, I don't know. The Republicans and Benjamin Netanyahu are like, let's go in there and strike them down now. Obama's like, let's wait and let's have a conversation. And Netanyahu's like, you can wait, have this conversation. And he's going to say, Iran's going to say they're going to do something, or say they're going to be nice and play fair, and then they're going to sneak behind our backs and do it anyway. Don't trust them. So that's basically what's happening. It's like drama. And the thing is, though, like, the reason why especially the Democrats are a little bit wary of Netanyahu is because he was the one who was like, you need to go in there and handle Saddam Hussein. He was the one who urged and was for the war in Iraq. I don't know who told the president that they had weapons of mass destruction. You remember this. This is why we went into war with Iraq, because they supposedly had weapons of mass destruction and they didn't. And so that's what the issue is that we went into one war with Iraq and then simultaneously got into another war with Afghanistan and had this war, this long ass war over there. And now we're thinking about like jumping on and like smothering Iran. Let's talk about this. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a political person. I'm just speaking from my limited knowledge of what's actually going on over there. But it's crazy, you know. Benjamin Netanyahu is the reason why we got into, not the sole reason, but part of the reason why we got into the war with Iraq. And the thing is that yes, Saddam Hussein was a tyrant, was a dictator, but he basically had control over the Middle East. He's what kept the Middle East cool, even though they were still having their inner battles. But like, he kept the Middle East together, and we went over there and took him out of power, and now we're trying to figure out, scrambling, trying to get the Middle East to be better and to be united and whatever. I don't know what we're doing over there. I don't know. But like, whatever it is that we're doing, we're trying to do something good. So, I mean, it just really, really feels that the Republican and the Christian people, they're really, really scared of this jihad happening. And so they just want to go over there and just like kill it, dig it out by the roots. And I don't think it's as simple as just doing that. If you do that, you're really encroaching on another country and people's rights, I feel. Yes, you want to have our rights be important too, but I just worry. I just worry that we're taking the high-handed, wrong road to this issue. And it's a hard decision for Obama to make, you know. He came into a messy situation, and he doesn't want to leave it messy. He wants to make, you know, human, diplomatic roads to figuring out how we deal with Iran. Because we all agree Iran has a problem. Like, we agree Iran is a problem. But, like, we don't agree on how to deal with it, and that's the main issue. And it's rude. It was super rude and disrespectful for John Boehner, who we all know he's rude as fuck, to the president. So disrespectful. John Boehner. But girl, John Boehner is so cute. I have such conflicting feelings. Like, John Boehner is so handsome. He's so handsome. I mean, maybe not now, but like 20 years ago, girl. Netanyahu's talking about he means no disrespect, blah, 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 blah. But, like, he came over here for political reasons, and he spoke. You don't come to another country and speak to their Congress without talking to the president first. Like, what? What? You don't come to my house and like talk to my spouse or talk to my cousins before you talk to me. Like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It's rude. And John Boehner and the Republican Party knew exactly what they were doing. They're in cahoots with Israel. And not to say that Israel is doing anything wrong, but like Benjamin Netanyahu is super conservative. Like he's a super conservative guy in Israel. So yeah, they're on the same side and they understand each other's goals and whatever. And one of the criticism is that from the left is that Netanyahu didn't really give a plan. He's just like talking about how if Iran wants to be part of the world conversation, they need to act like a country or something. You know, it's not going to fall on anybody's head but the president's, you know? If something happens, it's not going to be like, oh, it's John Boehner's fault. Like, no, it's going to fall on Obama's head. And it's really disrespectful. I mean, you can hate the man, but respect the office. And that's always, that's what I say. Respect the office. Also, you know what? Yeah, respect the office, but respect Obama. He's doing something so unprecedented. I guess I can't speak about it because I'm super biased. I think him being in office has done something to all the minority children of the country. You know, they're able to see something that none of us were able to see when we were growing up. We're now in an era where our government is so much less white than it's ever been. And you get to see that. And that's what's so important. Because it almost feels like this, I mean, it's still overwhelmingly white, overwhelmingly male, and overwhelmingly over the age of 55. But we're starting to see the younger statesmen, we're starting to see minority statesmen and women, and it's really important. So, like, for me, he has a place socially as the president and culturally that no one can take away from him. So, and for the first family, God, you guys, I can't even talk about it. I love me them ladies. Michelle, Sasha, and Malia, girl, love them. I gotta eat this because I'm hungry. All right, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, comments, please leave them down below. Please subscribe. Like this video and have a fantastic day. Bye.